This is something I've been wanting to address for a while. I see a lot of news media outlets and, you know, argument from authority and groupthink and various other types of sociological phenomenon related to it. But I had to address this because it's actually something quite natural. Global warming and or climate change. Global warming, climate change. Now, the people that understand this theory, Earth could actually be down here, Earth could actually be down up here. It's just Earth's climate changed majorly in its past. Meaning Earth wasn't always like this. Earth was a very thick ocean world. It was something like Neptune, very gaseous with a lot of hydrogen, helium. Had even more hydrogen, helium, and even had a whole hell of a lot of hydrogen, helium. And also, it just keeps on going up. I cut off the rest of this until I get a larger printout. The climate on Earth has changed dramatically. Climate change isn't a scary thing. It's normal. The climate on the Earth changed so much in its past to where it was completely uninhabitable in its past anyways. As well, the climate is also going to change when it dies. This is the Taylor threshold right here. And this is about the point right here in this little haze area where the objects are mostly going to lose their magnetic field and they die. And this is Venus right here. And the climate is going to change. So not only has the climate changed enormously in the past, when it was a much hotter, younger star, but the climate is going to change when the Earth dies, with or without us. With or without us. The Earth is going to die. This is guaranteed. I don't know how to spell that. I think that's how you spell it. I'm not sure. But, so the whole climate change thing is like, well, I don't even know why they're even using that word. Global warming, on the other hand, is also, well, that's going to be obvious. Venus's temperature on the surface is what, 900 degrees Celsius or Fahrenheit? I can't remember which one. Anyways, even if it's 900 Fahrenheit, even if it's 900 Celsius, it's still uninhabitable to people on the Earth. Venus is a dead world, and it's definitely experienced a hell of a lot of this stuff up here, global warming, which means the Earth will also probably experience lots of global warming. It's natural in the long run. Now, sure, once the carbon dioxide evaporates, then the surface can become really, really cold, like Mars, and it can float around the universe and not have anything to cause the greenhouse effect, and it can be very cold. But global warming is natural as well. Climate change is natural, with or without us. And that being said, I think it's best to look at Earth as an evolutionary structure. For some reason, a lot of scientists, they look at Earth and they say, Earth was always right here. This is how big it was when it first formed. This is how big it's going to be when it dies. This is all the material it started off with. This is all the material it's going to end up with. But that's completely false. Earth started off with a hell of a lot more material in its past. On top of material, on top of material, on top of material. And it's going to end up with a lot less material in its future. we're looking at a movie. So you have frames in a movie. And what scientists are doing, they're saying, well, it's not a movie. This is where Earth is now. And this isn't important, this isn't important, this is nothing, none of this is important. All the other objects in the galaxy, all the other frames of the movie are not important. Earth is just right here. It's one frame in the movie. That's what they're saying. Earth is one frame in the movie. But the people who understand this theory realize the Earth, yeah, it is one frame in a movie. And that's what the establishment is forgetting, is that they're looking at a movie. There are many, 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 many parts that are being ignored. And I want people to understand that this isn't a political talk. I'm not trying to rile feelings up. I'm just trying to tell you guys that the fear-mongering and all that stuff about climate change and global warming and this and that, it's a natural thing. It's not something to be afraid of. It's not something to ignore. But it also isn't something that we should be ridiculous about and make up laws and regulations that are just absurd. Like how many times has the Earth been predicted to end with various other theories like, 2012 or, the year 2000 or, whatever, what have you. So kind of stay away from the man-centered global warming and climate change and look at it as a natural, Mother Nature-centered climate change and global warming. It's a very natural thing. Of course, I don't think the Earth is going to be habitable for a period of time when the oceans evaporate, and then there's no carbon feedback mechanisms to reabsorb, like trees in the ocean. Once our oceans evaporate, man, it's over. We gotta leave. But good thing there's a lot of water out there. That's what's really helping us maintain a habitable world. Anyways, I wanted to share that with you guys. But what I did here is I printed out the A3 version and I cut out a little spot, and then I put a little plastic covering over this. And check it out. Now I don't have to reprint it again. I think that's really cool. But yeah, you guys, just look at the Earth as an evolutionary structure. Don't look at it as like the establishment does, where it's only been right here. This is the only place it's going to be. And then we're making it move down here. That's not true. The Earth is going to move down here naturally. All right, you guys, today is April 5th, 2019. Thanks a lot for making this new graph, Baz. You did a wonderful job. Later.